So why do you know what bus I get on? So then he was like, oh no, because I just be paying attention. That's not paying attention, that's something else. Like I said, I keep a mental note. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Chit Chat with Brit. I am Brit, and of course you're gonna chat. If you're new to my channel, just want to say hey, you could have clicked anywhere else, but you decided to click here, and for that I love you. If you're returning, I just want to say, where's my bracelet? Whew. Okay, sorry. Before you definitely get deeper into this video, if you guys are feeling this video at any point in time, definitely make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you definitely come back for more. Even if you feel like I'm not worthy of the subscribe and the like, definitely still come back for more. Because I'm worthy. Okay? Don't make the bowl come off. It was about to dead come off. Is this my first story time for the new year? Let me think. I think it is. Alright guys, so if you guys want to hear the story about the time that I came in contact with my stalker, definitely stay tuned. Sir was a creep. And like I said, nobody wakes up thinking that maybe you was going to have a stalker. This was before the... I'm pretty sure sex trafficking was always something that happened, that happens, continuously happens. But I feel like now it is happening more. The only advice I can give, ladies, gentlemen as well, we have to stay alert. We have to pay attention to our surroundings. Our music cannot be too high. Walk in the neighborhoods you don't know. Walk in the neighborhoods you do know. Pay attention to people's movements, to body language that's around you. Just look at people in their eyes so that if anything happened, you can, give a description. Pay attention to the shoes, everything they're wearing, just everything, guys. Pay attention, pay attention. But this story time I do want to say is before the many sex trafficking stories that we're hearing in the news and on social media and everything like that. So this, it doesn't have anything to do with that. You never know, but... in my opinion, I think the guy was just a creep, and I don't know. This took place when I used to work in Brooklyn. And if you're from New York, you know Hoyt and Skimmerhorn on the A train. If you take the A train, even if you don't live in Brooklyn, you should know about Hoyt and Skimmerhorn. Yeah, I used to work around there. I was a manager at a store around there, and I used to have to take the train there every day, every night, and for the most part, I used to leave late. So, it was oftentimes I was getting out or getting on a train about 8, 9 o'clock, tired. There was several ways to get home, but for the most part, I would take one train home and then hop on a bus because from the train, you couldn't walk home. Maybe you could, maybe on a good day. At the stop point in Skimmerhorn, there's a police station, but it's not like just a booth. It's like a whole offices in the back. You never know you have a stalker until you're in a situation where you have a stalker. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not from Brooklyn. I don't live in Brooklyn. Yeah, I was always over there because I, worked over there. I would always make sure that I always had a male leaving with me, closing up the store and walking with me to the bank, because after we deposited the money at the bank, I would have to walk my way, to the train, which wasn't far at all. But late at night, it was a lot of things going on. So I never actually seen the guy on the street. I would always see him in the train. And I never seen him in the train until it became, I guess one day he decided to speak. One day, I'm waiting for the train, and a young man comes up to me. I say young man. I don't want to say young man because I don't know how old he was. It was like this tall guy, dark skin. He was okay for himself. You know what I'm saying? He tried to talk to me. And like I said, I'm coming from work. I'm tired. My feet probably was hurting. I'm just not in the mood for all of that. Me, I'm very respectful. Listen, I don't be rude. If I just don't want to talk, I just don't want to talk. And not all the time we want to be just picking up people from the street. Yeah. So, and at the time, I had a boo. I'm going to incorporate that in the story too, because that sir was upset. I let him know, I'm good. I just came from work. I'm tired. I'm good. Whatever case may be. So, first time, I think he understood. I thought he understood. Next day, I happened to see him again, and it did raise a red flag. But from the first time he was saying that he worked over there too, when I said, you know, I just came from work, I'm good, whatever, he mentioned, oh, you know, you work over here, I work over here too, blah, blah, blah. So it wasn't like a red flag, like, bro, what are you doing? It wasn't like that. It just was like, oh, okay, I'm seeing him again. Not weird, but maybe he gets off at the same time that I do. This is public. This is, people can do that, whatever the case may be. And I never really thought it would have been anything creepy or like crazy, because the police station was in the train station right upstairs. Like if something happened, you could just run upstairs and go, you know what I mean? So I didn't think anything of it. So, like I said, I seen him again, and, you know, like I said, he wasn't rude. He didn't come off like no creep. It just was like, today's the same day, around the same time, sir. I still don't want to talk to you. You understand? So, like I said, I'm still very nice or whatever. Like I said, because he didn't pose as a threat. He wasn't rude. He wasn't doing too much. It just, I'm good, sir. Like, I'm still good, or whatever case. So, I don't see him the third day, probably like the fourth or fifth day. I run into him again, and now this becomes like clockwork. Like you know what I mean? Like I said, maybe you work the same around the area. Maybe you get off at the same time that I do, and that's just your time to be in the train. Maybe. So, you know, you don't want to cause no scene, or like I said, by like the fifth, sixth time, because I mean, it's Hoyt and Skimmerhorn. People, you know what I mean? Like, things happen. It really wasn't anything red flaggy. He didn't come off creepy and sus. It just, okay, I'm seeing him. But like the sixth time, you know, I started to get frustrated, but I don't know. But anyway, like I said, I get on the train like normal. He often got on the train too. After I didn't want to talk to him, we would, even if we got on the same cart, he wouldn't like sit next to me, or he probably wouldn't even get on a cart. He would get on like the next cart. Like, you know, like I said, he didn't pose as being rude or as a threat. So I really, really didn't think anything of it. I'm not gonna lie, I've been in a situation like that, a couple situations like that, where like I see the same people, or we just happen to be the same place, or like happen to be at the same spot, and like, you know what I mean? So that's not anything not normal. Now, it's a local and there's an express train. So because I was tired, whatever train came first, I used to be a local to express. Without taking the long way home, I'm just going to take whatever comes first. So sometimes the local train came, I would get on it. Sometimes the express train came, and I would get on it. So you really didn't know unless you knew what was going on, right? So, like I said, this is like the fifth, sixth time he says, I always see you and you act like you just never going to talk to me. You're not going to give me the time of day. Like, I'm really a nice guy. This is where the confusion goes. He goes, yeah, and like you always get off at Euclid and get on the bus. He named the bus that I got on and all that. So, you know, my red flaggy go up, and I'm like, why do you know what bus I get on? Whoa. So he was like, no, you know, I just be paying attention. But this is where we get confused. When you get off the train, unless you're coming off the train and getting on like my bus, I mean, you could be going in another direction and get on another bus or whatever, but unless you was standing there to see me get off the train, because it's not like it's a get off the train and it's right outside. No, you got to get off the train, you got to walk up the stairs. There's like 4 or 5 exits to leave from on the train. I'm confused. I would see him on the train. I don't even know what stop home he got off, but he wasn't getting off on my stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you took the local, my stop was the last stop. I never seen him get off at that stop. And if you took the express, it would keep going or whatever. Now, I'm actually giving dialogue. Before, with a few words, like, listen, I don't feel like talking. I'm not in the mood. I just came from work. Like, I'm good. Because now I'm turned off. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it kind of, like, definitely rubbed me the wrong way. If it never rubbed me the wrong way before, which it should have, it definitely rubbed me the wrong way. Now, I think at this point, I probably, like, let my best friends know. I don't really let my family know yet. But, you know, I kind of let my best friend know, like, yo, some creepy thing, whatever. I don't know how he knew the bus or whatever the case may be, but that was kind of weird. I started seeing him more. After that day, like, on top of paying attention, if I did see him, like, I would just move, like, be trying to disappear throughout the platform. And I guess he kind of, like, peeped that. So, like, instead of me being on the platform and then, like, he would come down the stairs and then I would see him, it would be stuff like I just stopped seeing him, which also grew red flag, because it's like, bro, I seen this man every day for the last couple of weeks, and now I don't see him, and I don't like that, because I need to know what's going on. And so it started like messing with me. And you know how you get a vibe. Now, if you ever been on Hoyt and Skimmerhorn, you know, late at night, it gets a little creepy, because there's only 3 platforms that's active, and like the last 2 on both sides, they aren't active anymore. So it's like black, the lights are off, kind of creepy. So on top of me being a little like nervous, I'm like, okay, you know, I don't see him no more, whatever. But you know, like I say in all my videos, I'm extra dramatic, so I'm really not trying to have or cause no crazy scene or like be extra dramatic with the situation, because it could just be, Brittany, you're just bugging, or whatever case may be, right? So I started getting this feeling that like I was being watched. Like, I can't explain it. Like, I can't explain it. Like, you see something, and then like you think you see something, but then you like, maybe I don't see nothing, and like behind pillars, like it was just sus. And like I said, it could have been in my head, right? So one day I'm waiting for the train, and I get on the train, but like, you know how, okay, so it's just like, all right, please stand clear of the closing doors. If you're from New York, you know. So, you know, I get on the train, but then something told me, Britt, hop off the train. When I tell you, you have to listen to your second thoughts, or like your first thought of something, or just like the vibe, if the back of your head, listen to it. You have to listen to it. So I get on the train, and right before they say stand clear of the closing doors, and it's about to close, I hop off the train. Right? I hop off the train, doors close, right? The train starts moving. So as I'm watching the train moving, I see Sir with, okay, and this, y'all, it still gives me chills just thinking about this. I'm not gonna lie. So I hop off the train, and the train continues to go. When I tell you the look of like this, like it wasn't even disgust. It was like, he was so mad. Like, it scared me that I was like, oh my God. Like, first of all, I never seen this man. He wasn't visible. Like I said, I felt like something wasn't right from the time that I walked down the stairs. You understand? So from then, I'm like, okay, now, Britt, get your life. And like I said, I'm still not thinking nothing crazy, because there's a police station right upstairs. So if you really about to be stupid, on top of you getting jacked up down here on this platform, you really about to be here, and it's not even like it's going to take the police 80 years to come. Like, are you serious? So I really wasn't even. But this next day, I told myself, Britt, if I see dude, I'm going upstairs, and I'm going to tell, you know, I'm going to let the police officers know. Pause the story. Like I said, I had a boo to live in Brooklyn. So from all of the, like in the beginning, I didn't say anything, because it wasn't really anything to say. Some dude tried to talk to me a couple times or whatever, because it was really nothing to say. But when stuff started getting like weird, I let him know, like, listen, I don't know, it's some dude on a train, I don't know, he's extra creepy, So he's like, oh, all right, well, one day I'm gonna meet you after work, and we gonna ride home together, so I could see what dude you're talking about. So the dude, my boo at the time, was he was a real hood dude, y'all. And I didn't want to put him in no situation where like the police is right there, then it's because of me, like, you feel what I'm saying? So I really wasn't really trying to even go that route unless it had to be. But it really, like I said, the police station was right up there, and it would have been so much easier for me to handle it the correct way, whatever, than to get homie here beat up for no reason, like I said, because this is a hood dude. And like, the look on the man's face when he seen the train had closed and he couldn't get off, and it was just like, I didn't even see you, my man, and I was looking for you. It's different if I didn't see you because you wasn't there. I didn't see you, and I was looking for you, but yet you were still on the platform. I know I could have switched up my way of going home, but it didn't seem like a threat at that moment to be like, all right, Britt, you gotta start taking the way home. Like, because at this point, it's like I'm gonna see him. Like, I knew that I was going to see him, which definitely scared me, to the point where the dude who used to like leave with me when we left work, he would walk me back to the train just in case we ever seen, you know what I mean? I had to let the people at work know, because if he ever came into the store, like I said, like, it just was creepy. What if he followed me to work? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So the next day comes, and I'm waiting for the train, my normal. I see him, and I just turn around. Like I said, I always see him downstairs in the platform. I never seen him upstairs or whatever. Okay, so I just turn around and I walk back up the stairs, right? I go up the stairs, and I let the police officers know, like, listen, you know, it's been a few weeks now. I would see him sometime on the train, sometime in different carts, but like somewhere where we can still see each other. Like, it wouldn't be he's 80 carts from me. It'll be like I would see him, okay, but I'm cool because I can see him. I can see if he's getting closer. I can see if he's about to do something. I can see that. But when I started not seeing him, that day that I went and I let them know whatever the case, they came downstairs with me, and we didn't see him. Of course we didn't see him. Of course we didn't see him. Or whatever case may be. I don't know if he was hiding. And like I said, they didn't do a whole sweep of the platform. So maybe he could have been hiding behind the pillars or whatever case deep down in the station. But like they were waiting. Like one was here, one was over there. So it wasn't like they were with me, but they clearly came down with me. So it still looked like he ain't stupid. For the next 2 days, they would wait for me while the train came. I would get in a train, whatever case may be. They stayed and then they went upstairs once we didn't see him. So we didn't see him for a good 2 days. So it really looked like I was lying. It looked like I was lying. Like now I'm just bugging. I don't even see the man every day. When mind you, it had been weeks. I would see him for weeks and weeks and weeks at a time. So now I was looking like, you know, I'm thinking like, Brittany, maybe you are overreacting. Like maybe this is just too much. So now one day I get off on my stop and I'm about to get off and go on the bus. He walks up on me and he's like, so I ain't see you in all this time. So I'm like, listen, and this is when I had to get like fake crazy on him. Sir, I don't know what games you playing, because at this time the police been with me 2 times waiting for the train with me and we did not see him, but now I'm seeing him at the next stop. So I said, sir, I don't know what games you playing, but I'm really not with it, and I'm not the one. So I don't know. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be rude. I've been respectful to you. I don't want no problems, but I'm really not with it. Okay, so he's like, no, I got it. It's understood. It's good. It's good. It's good. Like, okay, no problem. You good? Like, or whatever case may be, you know. And I said what I said, and then I stood there. And then I was acting like I was waiting for somebody because I wanted him to leave first. I don't want you to see where I'm going. Leave first, and then we'll see. We'll take it from there. Like, no. So then he left or whatever. So then I went outside, waited for the bus. I look up, he across the street. Sir, so that's just your spot? Really scared me. And since then, traveling home, I always have something to make sure I'm good. Just make sure that's clear. Like I said, creeps come in all forms. Because like I said, he didn't look like a creep. He looked like a nice gentleman. And the only reason why I even went upstairs to the police station and said, because I started getting chills behind it. Like, I know I'm not bugging. Like, what? It just worked out that I changed locations, because even till now, like, even when I get to her Instagram home, like, that's the only memory of that train is like this creepy dude that wasn't even a creep, but clearly was a creep. But that's about it, guys. Definitely, if you liked any part of my story, anywhere through the story, definitely make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share my story. Make sure you check out the rest of my story times because, yeah,